1, 2, 3. You can't steal the show, baby. Hello, my lovelies. Minxy Misty here. Hello, my lovelies. Minxy Misty here, and today we're going to talk about a subject that I've been wanting to discuss from the very first moment. Hi, Chewy. That I have ever decided to start a YouTube channel, of course. That is YouTube itself. YouTubers, basically. I've kind of hinted about it. I want to get to that. I'm going to get to that. So today is the day. So there's been some crazy stuff kind of going on with the YouTube's algorithms lately. Those of you who don't already know, there's been some kind of crazy stuff going on, and this is by no means dog butt for your viewing pleasure. Good lord, maybe I don't want to be smelling booty in my face while I'm recording. Axel, I just called you Axel. His name's not even Axel. This is Chewbacca Chewy. There's a butt in my face. You need to get down, honey. Get down. A subject that I've been kind of leading up to and been wanting to talk about since the very first moment that I decided to officially go ahead and start a YouTube channel. He really likes the camera. What can I say? This is full on a distraction. But when we put him away, he was just sitting there whining and crying. So, hello my lovelies, Minxy Misty here, and today we're going to talk about a subject that I've been building up to, and I've kind of dropped hints here and there that I'm going to get to eventually, and that is YouTube itself. YouTubers. I've wanted to discuss this and I knew eventually I would cover this at some point ever since I first created a YouTube channel. Of course, people want to talk about that. So, in case you weren't already aware, there's been some pretty crazy stuff going on lately on YouTube as far as the algorithm. There's been a couple YouTubers that have discussed it and kind of covered it. I've seen about it on Twitter and things like that. And this is by no means the first time that has happened. It actually seems like every other week, every other month, every other... Ah! It actually seems like every other week or every other month or even every other day that someone else is talking about it. People seem to be saying or perhaps warning that it's the death of YouTube. The fall is coming. I don't know if it's nerves or, you know, because it's a lot of people's livelihood, perhaps. This is how a lot of people make a living. Or maybe some people kind of are hoping, you know, who knows. But all I know is that I hope it's not. At least for one. And here's why. I am just now starting out. I've only been doing this 3 months. I feel in the time period I've learned a lot, but I have a long way to go, and I certainly understand that. I'm just starting out. I'm just getting the hang of this thing. I do not want it to fall by any means. It really got me to thinking, with everyone crying wolf and saying that it's going to happen, one day it might actually happen. It's with all that in mind that I've decided what better time than now rather than later in that case to make this very video. What better time to explain why I started a YouTube in the first place than now? And who knows, maybe somebody out there needs to hear it right now more than ever with all the things that have been going on. And you know, it's something that I've really discussed talking about for quite a long time now on who inspires me, what YouTubers inspire me, who do I watch, why do I watch them? What is the reason? But basically, why do I have this passion for it? What drives me? Why does it drive me? Why is it what I do every day? Why is it I sit down for hours and hours editing video, and it's so important to me to get that video up and to get it up on time, and how I become so disappointed when I haven't been able to get up in time, and why I talk about it. And, you know, so a lot of members of my family, like, they're probably tired of hearing about me talk about YouTube. So what is it? So I'm going to tell you. It's because I realized that if YouTube ever was to fall, I just could not let certain things go unsaid. I had to let these people know what they mean to me, you know, how important they are in my life without even knowing it, and who they are to me. They must know how many smiles they put in my face. They must know how many smiles, you know, they put on my face, and the warmth that they put on my heart and in my heart, and every time that they were there for me in my life. You know, every single, I wish I could tell them every single moment that they got me through a hard day, and because it really is a lot, you know, but that would take all day. It would take forever. So I'll simply just start with numero uno, number one, my favorite YouTuber. Which, you know, if you've watched any of my other videos, or if you're a family or friend, you might already, or, you know, looked at any of my social sites. I am on, I don't think I've ever said this I don't know if I've ever said this in a video or not. I am on Instagram, Minxy Misty, as well as Facebook and Twitter, so you can add me on all those accounts, or any of those accounts as well. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram, and I've definitely already dropped hints and left various photos and things like that, or topics, or retweeted, whatever. But if you've been on any of my social sites, or you've watched my previous videos, basically you probably already have somewhat of an inkling or an idea on who that may be, and it is Jacksepticeye.
Top of the morning, ladies, my name is Jacksepticeye!
Old Jackie Boy, Booper Duper, whatever you want to call him, or to some, simply just Sean. But he is not, which is ironic, because Sean is actually my cousin's name, so it's kind of funny that he is my favorite YouTuber. I believe they spell it different, but so I've always had a Sean in my life. So it's kind of a small world how that worked out. I've had my cousin Sean, I've talked about him in a few videos, so you know, but to some he is just known as Sean, simply Sean, but he's not simple by any means, in my opinion, at all. Doing a little, okay, so just bear with me, I'm a little nervous because Jack, you know, it even took me a long time to message him or talk to him on any kind of, like, even like tweeting, like comment on any tweets or Instagram, because, you know, I'll cover all that later and get to that later. It's just very, very important to me. I was even nervous the first time to even, because I couldn't find the words, or I was worried I wouldn't be able to find the right words to express, and the same goes for everyone I'm going to talk about, you know, in the future. I always do remain loyal, though. Like, I never fully quit watching any of them. I've never fully quit watching or even liking any of their videos, commenting, or whatever you name it. And I don't unsub to any of them. Any of them I started out with, they're still there, unless something really dramatic or horrible happened, obviously. But I simply just, you know, might watch one of them more than others for a time. It's with all this in mind that I want to say that I want this channel to be a place of comfort for you guys. I want to be completely open and honest with you, as what I really try to do, and I want you guys to feel comfortable doing the same. That being said, you know, I must admit that Jacksepticeye was actually not my first favorite YouTuber, or even the first YouTuber that I ever saw or heard of, but that's a whole nother story. I've been watching I've been watching YouTube for quite a long time, so no, he was not originally the first and very first favorite, like some of you he might have been. And the truth is, it's so hard to say a favorite some days, because it fluctuates. It bounces back and forth between the years and between the time. It changed so much and so often through the years, sort of like I went through phases or whatever, I guess. Well, and it kind of depends on the stage that I'm at, you know, in my life. I guess what I'm going through, kind of like what I need the most at that time period, or what I'm going through, or looking for, or what's most important. That makes sense. I don't know. But Jack is definitely holding the record right now for the longest time period extension in being my favorite YouTuber by far. And you know, I'm pretty freaking sure that that's going to continue to be the case and remain so. You'd have to do something pretty drastic, pretty dramatic, pretty shocking or horrible in order for that to kind of change, because, well, he's awesome. What's not to like? He seems so down to earth, you know, he seems very cool. Other YouTubers even seem to kind of like look up to him and kind of like talk about him, you know, and bring him up in conversation, which, you know, they do with other YouTubers, but not nearly as frequently as they do with Jack. And I mean, and who can't blame him? I mean, that energy, I mean, it's off the charts, right? It's off the charts. It's very inspiring. It's very uplifting, and he's an amazingly talented voice actor. In my personal opinion, you know, I really think he should be, if he hasn't already been or thought about it, Jack, he should be or already be in animated movies. Preferably, you know, it'd be preferable if it was a gaming animated movie or comic book related, you know, superhero thing. I think he would do really, really great and really, really well at that. I know he would do just awesome at that, with the talent he has, with controlling his voice and the pitch and sound, you know, with his history and his background as far as sound and things like that. And probably even being in the band helps him. I'm sure it helps him with his YouTube too, having been a drummer and everything. If he hasn't considered it, I definitely think he should. He definitely would do great. I really know it. The most important reason, of course, like everybody else, is that Jack can always make me laugh. No matter what I'm going through or what kind of day I'm having, he can always make me laugh. And you know, with the energy and that being able to make me laugh, the energy, just the spirit, it's just it's contagious, and it is a huge part, exactly why I decided to go ahead and brave and step out, go ahead and create the YouTube channel, my own YouTube channel for myself. You know, he just looked like he was having so much fun, and I wanted that. I want that. I still do want that. I have fun with every video that I make. He looked like, you know, because he looked like he was just having so much fun, and they all do, and I just really felt like I was missing out on the fun, like I was missing something special, something meaningful, something so very, very important. I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be a part of this community. I wanted to be out there having fun too. He is a big part, and with that being said, I just want to say, if you ever see this, I wouldn't want to give this up. You know, YouTube is so fun. I get to be creative with my husband, and it's just opened up. I'm a writer. I always wrote. I never knew what to do with it, and so it's given me a purpose. And you know, if you ever see this, Jack, I just really want to say thank you, because you've touched my life in ways that you'll never know. A lot of them has, but you kind of just gave me that little extra push. I decided I wanted to get out there, and I wanted to make people smile. These are happy tears, you know. I wanted to make people smile the exact same way that he had made me smile, and you know, others too, which I'll cover. I don't want to get too out, but I wanted to make people smile the exact same way. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I just think I need a minute. I think I need a minute here. Thank you. You know, thank you, Jack. And everyone else that I'm gonna talk about and I'm gonna cover, just thank you. Thank you for every heart that you touch and everyone that you talk to, and I hope that one day I can even be a quarter of that, an ounce of that. I just want to make people happy and bring joy to their lives like you guys have. And, you know, I'm in here now, but it's actually kind of funny because when I think about Jack, when I think about the top 3 YouTubers that come to mind, the top 3, a lot of people's minds, but I almost picture the characters from The Wizard of Oz, which was very, very important to me as a child. I kind of see all their faces as the characters going along. Where is my phone? I gotta answer my phone. Freaking phone! Where's the phone? I hear it buzzing! I kind of see the certain 3 particular characters from The Wizard of Oz come to mind, and I picture their faces along their journey. Jack would be the Scarecrow, you know, in the aspect that he had the most energy, very upbeat, very energetic, kind of bouncing around. He also is very open-minded and very, very curious, kind of the idea guy, you know, the leader in a lot of different ways. That could probably be argued, but nice. And a lot of times he was usually, in most situations, the comic relief of the whole thing. But it wouldn't just be him, though. You know, Jack, he is a huge part and the final push that I kind of needed. He's the one who gave me that extra little something that I needed. But the truth is, he's not the first YouTuber that I started watching by far. I've probably been watching Jack, I think, for about a year and a half now, maybe 2 years now. At least not daily. It wasn't routine like it is now. Which is gonna bring me to my next victim. Just kidding. I mean, favorite YouTuber, which is the Tin Man, which you'll have to find out about in my next video on this very topic. So, to be continued. Thank you so much for watching. Set your goals way high, and remember to love life and Jacksepticeye.